For as long as I can remember, I've been hearing the most beautiful song. Sometimes I'd hear it coming from Pacific forests and other times by sunlit alpine meadows. This song, I was told that I'd be making a mistake by listening to it, but I couldn't sit still. I wanted to listen to this sound and promise of a life lived extraordinarily. I first heard this song in my dreams, and it's been stuck in my head ever since. When I quit college to try to chase my dreams, the only thing I ever desired was change. But when change is nearing, it's kind of hard to see any further past it. I knew I wanted to see the world, and I knew I wanted to do it with the camera. I didn't really know what that meant, I just knew I wanted to do it. This film has honestly taken me 2 years to make. Every month I would sit down and put countless hours into creating what I thought would be this film, but something would feel incomplete and I wouldn't know why. In hindsight though, I'm glad it's taken me this long to make. You end up learning a lot in 2 years. They say experience is king, and as much as I hated what my mom used to tell me as a kid that I didn't have enough life experience to make a good judgment, it was true. What's also true though is that you should never let your lack of experience limit you. The only way to make that life that you dream of a possibility is to take a step forward into something unknown for you. Usually when you get a call from a friend asking if you wanted to fly across the country and pick up a school bus almost 3 times older than you and drive it 3,000 miles to Alaska, the obvious answer is absolutely not. Yet a mix of what I like to call Christopher McCandless syndrome and poor financial literacy led me straight to the desert, where my buddy and I would begin our 3,000-mile trip up north.
Dude, we just spent a whole day sanding the top of the ceiling, and we just found out that the glue that we were trying to remove comes out with water. Who would have thought? Water!
Remember that feeling you get on Christmas morning when you would wake up extra early in time to open presents? Well, that was me, except instead of presents, it was a half broken down bus with the frame literally about to rust apart. Yet this is a trip that I've been waiting my whole life for. I always ask myself how I could make my ideas just a little bit more unconventional, how I could create a physical manifestation of my craziest dreams. And after a month of work under 100-degree heat, the bus was ready to become the sort of dream machine.
Hit it, John! I'm looking at like the actual.
There's a reason though that you're watching this film instead of a film about our epic journey to Alaska, and that's because a lot of the times your ideas end up blowing up in your face.
In 4 hours, I leave for Guatemala with a complete stranger.
This is Solomon. Before I even knew him, I hit him up and asked him if he wanted to walk up a volcano with me, and A week later, we found ourselves boarding the same flight going towards Guatemala City. The truth is, I owe my life to spontaneity. I think that there's a lot of beauty to be told about being able to create adventures out of almost nothing. Free will is kind of a crazy thing, and to know that some of my most cherished memories and experiences have been because of free will is a pretty cool feeling. I realize that every time you say yes to something, a new path opens up. Now, that doesn't mean it's 100% going to be a good path or even the right path at all, but when you choose to sit in comfort and familiarity, you also close doors for new friendships, learnings, and experiences that could change the course of your life. It certainly changed mine. Over a span of 19 months, I've found myself in 14 different countries. Switzerland, working at a tiny hostel in the middle of the mountains where I was folding laundry every morning under the shadow of the Alps just to bum a free stay. Iceland, living in a van with a complete stranger, driving through wind gusts that would tear car doors apart and not stopping until the northern lights were flickering above us. Patagonia, standing under the towering peaks I'd only heard legends and stories about throughout my whole life, but I never thought I'd eventually witness their scale with my own eyes. Each place, experience, and person I meet represents a little piece of my dreams. Except this time, I'm not dreaming.
Eu pensei em tanta coisa, tudo aquilo que eu podia conquistar. Vou dormir, 3:poucas. Pedro, você acorda cedo, é que eu preciso de tempo pra cantar.
No matter how much time, how many moments, and stories go into this film, I realize now that I don't think I'll ever truly feel like it's completed. But I think that's the beauty in this life that I've chosen. With every night that I go to sleep in a $7 hostel room with 12 snoring strangers, I wake up with that same excitement that led me down this path in the first place. If life is comprised of opening one door and closing another, then I'm grateful that I'm on a path where any given door might lead to missed flights, nights of no sleep, and dragging 60-pound packs across continents, because that thirst for adventure, it never goes away. It's okay and it's natural to want to stay in familiarity, but if there's one thing I've learned, it's that if there's anything in life that you want so deeply, don't be afraid to reach forward and open that door. Allow yourself to embrace it. Allow yourself to never shut up about it, and allow yourself to fall in love with it unconditionally. Because if I were to live these past 2 years all over again, I wouldn't change a single thing.